and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited you decided to join me today. We have a very short build today. But it's a base game only, which is really good. It means a lot of people can download it. It is free to download if you have The Sims 4, and The Sims 4 is free, so like, why don't you have it? But yeah, I didn't plan on posting this today, but I was trying to build, I'm trying to build a small business lot, and there's a lot going on with it, and I feel like I'm doing really bad, so hopefully I'll get that done here shortly. If not, it'll probably just be a couple apartments and, small lots, kind of like this, until I can figure out how to get that done, and I honestly might be a 2-video one that, I'm talking about a future video that's literally not even coming up. I'm so sorry, I haven't talked a lot to people today, and you probably can tell I've had the day off of work. It's a Monday. Actually, didn't have the day off. We had an in-service day, and we got to work from home, and so I had less contact with people, which always makes my day a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I built this base game only lot. We have this carport off to the side. It's built in Oasis Springs. I think it's a 20 by 15 lot. It's a very small lot. It ends up only being one bed, and then, well, it's technically 2 beds, but one of the bedrooms is an office, but you could totally make it into a kid's bedroom if you wanted. I also did this green and natural color scheme, which felt really nice. It turned out it looked really nice, I thought. It took me a while to kind of figure out what kind of windows I wanted to go for, and I ended up using just these ones that came in the Happy Birthday update for The Sims 4 last February, I want to say was that update that introduced all those new windows and doors. Then I used this kind of stone terrain paint is the word I'm looking for. And then I pulled out a car from Debug. I backed it in. I thought that kind of looked nice. And then also in the garage, I ended up putting some trash cans and the handiness, the woodworking table. I think I used just the regular one, not the one that came in the reward event. And then I ended up going in and realizing how tiny this build was. I was like, oh. And that's it. I didn't even have room for an actual dining room. We just have a peninsula with some bar stools. But honestly, this is bigger than the old apartment I used to live in. And so there's that. It's not a tiny, but it is definitely not very spacious at all, really. I also didn't use a tower shop combo. A tower words are so incredibly hard. Shower tub combo. I used just a regular shower, which, I don't know. I feel like I've talked about this literally every time we're doing a bathroom. I also did a double sink, which realistically is not necessary in this house at all in any way, shape, or form, because there's literally going to be 1 or 2 max 4 Sims living in this household. And I say 4, that's if you're gonna remove the office and turn it into a twins room and put in bunk beds. But yeah, we end up doing the bathroom first, and then we come out and we do this kitchen space. I do this in kind of this front bump out, and the kitchen space is decently large. It's not giant by any metrics, but it does have a nice little quadrant, lots of counter spaces. And oh my gosh, I'm yawning. I went out to lunch today with my mom, and I was so tired afterwards, but I had to go and run errands. I'm talking as I've had in-service today. But I had to go and run errands, and I wish that I would have came home and taken a nap instead. But the errands needed to get done, so I'm thankful that I got them done. And I thought I had a time crunch of therapy happening, but apparently therapy is not happening, so you guys will just get to hear about all my intrusive thoughts. Just kidding, I will not share those with you guys. I did almost have a panic attack on my run this morning, though. That was fun. We'll just laugh and ignore it. We'll be okay. We'll wait till next week for therapy. It'll be all good. We're just pushing down and praying, as they say. But yeah, we are pretty much almost done with the entirety of the build, to be honest. It is shocking how little you can do in the base game, and also this is such a little space that it was hard for me to find things to fill it. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I ended up, like, I would have loved to put something over there, but it just, like, I didn't even know if you'd be able to walk, so I didn't put anything over there. I also have that bookshelves right when you walk in the door. Now we're kind of cluttering up the kitchen just a tiny bit. But like I said, there's not that much. Oh, I also did put a pillow, a singular throw pillow on the couch, which is interesting, but it happened. And I also painted the walls white, which probably, oh my gosh, I'm yawning again. I should have taken a nap. You know what? I could still take a nap. However, I probably shouldn't because I like have to actually work tomorrow, and being able to sleep tonight would be good. But you know, a nap never stopped nobody from working. It did stop someone from sleeping so they could work, but you know, sometimes you just have to pick your battles. And now we're kind of in the office and putting a bonsai tree. I literally never put those in my builds because I think they're hideous, but it is a skill building item that's in the base game, so I thought it worked. I also never put in fish bowls. I put one of those in. I also never put in this leather chair, but I put in the leather chair. And that cat, like, I never use like any of this base game stuff, particularly because I don't really like it. I wonder if for a moment there I just wasn't talking because I was just like zoned out staring at the screen. I don't think so. I always make a joke that I kind of black out when I'm recording these and I never know what I'm saying and what I have said, which is probably not a good thing, but you know, it is what it is. I also put that like quilt rack in there, and that's pretty much it for the office. I think eventually I go back in this next snippet and add in a painting. Right now we're just kind of getting the general layout of the bedroom done, and then I put in these lamps that just came in the base game update this fall. Last fall, I guess. I don't know if that's still considered this fall or last fall, considering we're in the new year. I don't know. I won't pretend to understand how that works. And then we're just putting up some mirror and stuff. Oh my gosh. That's my third yawn in like 6 minutes, which seems very ridiculous to me. Maybe I should try going to bed earlier, but you know, sometimes it's hard. I also put those tools out on, because I imagine, like, when do you ever use that except for like in a garage? We don't really have a garage, we just have a little carport, which ended up looking nice. Oh yeah, you're also gonna see me looking for the stupid range hood for forever. And I realized I had to actually go to the oven side, but I did end up pulling out a ceiling fan. I never use ceiling fans, mostly because I don't really like ceiling fans. But Little Simsy always talks about adding them in her builds and how, like, it's so necessary, like, in Florida to, like, have that movement of air, which makes sense. I mean, I live in South Dakota, so, like, in the summer it kind of is nice, but, like, it's not that important. Once again, yawning again, yawn number 4. But, you know, it be like that. It really do. And now we're kind of getting into the backyard stuff. I definitely just sat there and did not talk, and I'm so sorry for that, like, awkwardness. We put a little bench, and then some cactuses out here, cacti, and the telescope, and then we go and we also get some more palm trees because we're in Oasis Springs, an agave plant, and then I also get out some rocks, and I shoved this giant rock over there. I didn't put too much out here because honestly, like, if I were to live in Oasis Springs, I would honestly not be outside that much because I do not enjoy hot weather. And some rocks in the front, and that's pretty much it. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time with another brand new video. If you like this build and you want to download it, all my information will be down in the description box on how you can download it from the gallery. And like I said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.